are two compounds, two homologous series remaining. They are nitrile or cyanide and amine. These are the two homologous series we are going to discuss at the last lap of the lecture. So what are nitriles or cyanides? Cyanide, the general formula for cyanide is RCN. So any compound that has CN is a cyanide or a nitrile. You can just write it as RCN. Condensed formula. The functional group is simply what you write when you remove an alkyl group. That is C triple bond N or CN. That is the functional group of nitriles or cyanide. Now, can we create a member? Yeah, we can. We can. By putting any alkyl group, let's still put CH3, attach it to cyanide functional group. Or you write it like this, CH3CN. So you can see that the name, there are two carbon atoms actually. So ethane for two carbon atoms, but this is not ethane. You remove E and put what? Ethane. Okay, no need of removing E, it's ethane nitrile. This is ethane nitrile. The nitrile is the name. We can also have CH3, CH2, this is ethyl, then CN. You call this propanitrile. That is how to name it. You don't replace E and then. Okay, let us see the next. All right, this one is the nitrile, ethane nitrile. Let's see amine. What is an amine? Homologous series. Amine is just a group of compounds that contain NH2 functional group, or you can call it amino compounds. So the general formula is R bond NH2. You can write it as R bond NH2 like this. Same thing. That is amine. Now to get the functional group, you kindly remove R, that is alkyl group, and you have NH2, or like this, NH2. That is naming functional group. This time around, there is no carbon here, so we must. It's compulsory we attach an alkyl group, not even hydrogen. Because if you eventually put hydrogen here, what is this? Ammonia, NH3 is not an organic compound. So it's compulsory you put CH from CH3 and above, then NH2. Okay, so that is amine. But this kind of amine is called primary amine. Okay, let's just call this primary amine. Primary amine. This is the general formula for primary amine. Okay, let's look at secondary amine. Secondary amine. Primary amine contains one alkyl group attached to the nitrogen in amine. But secondary amine contains two alkyl groups. So the general formula for secondary amine is R, N, R, then one hydrogen. Secondary amine must have one hydrogen. So the functional group for secondary amine is when you remove, let's say this R prime now, when you remove the main alkyl group, you have N, R prime, H. That is a functional group. So we can now create a member by replacing this with CH3, N, then R prime with CH3 also, then H. How do we name this? How do we name this? Remember, there is CH3 attached directly to N. You mentioned that N once. N-methyl. N-methyl. Then, what is this? Methenamine. N-methyl methenamine. Okay, we could not name this. The name of this one is methylamine. That is the name, methylamine, which is a primary amine. Primary amine. Why this is N-methyl methenamine? Secondary amine. Methane here, because it's one carbon along this chain. You remove E and put amine to complete the name. Okay, we also have tertiary amine. The general formula is R, R, N, R, tertiary amine, R, N, R prime, R prime prime. There is no hydrogen. Remember, nitrogen is trivalent. So if you put hydrogen here, it's wrong. So tertiary amine contains 3 alkyl groups, no hydrogen attached to nitrogen atom. So this is tertiary amine. The general formula is when you remove this main R, and you have N, R prime prime, R prime. This is tertiary amine. Example, we replace all the R with CH3, CH3 to N, here CH3, here CH3. So what's the name? The methyl group is attached to N. Another methyl group is attached to N. So you mention N 2 times. N, comma N, dimethyl. Let me write this very well. Let me write it very well. CH3, N, CH3, CH3. So 2 methyl groups linked to N. And we have N, dimethyl methenamide. Methenamine, sorry. So the name is N dimethyl methenamine. That is the name of the tertiary amine. Do have a nice day. See you next time in our next video.